Hi, babes. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to On Mondays We McGrath with me, your hostess with the mostest, Miss BrownGirlBella, Shannon herself. Um, Let me tell you, let me start off by saying this day has been a day. It's been a day. And with the holidays coming up, I've been feeling a little melancholy. And I went on Facebook, as I usually do, to post on Mondays with McGrath. And I saw a note from someone I love saying that they're going through it this holiday season, and she's really missing her family, who has since passed on. And I was like, you know what? I get it. I hear you. I hear you. I can't help but acknowledge this time and say to you all, some days I'm not together. I'm not together. Some days are a little harder than others. And I miss my daughter very much. It's coming on a year anniversary of Brooklyn being gone. And I miss her. I just realized it's the 25th anniversary of my grandmother passing. She passed on December 14th. So there's a lot going on. And, it's that time of year where we all get caught up in our things, me included. But don't forget to reach out to those who have lost someone, um, and are going through it, because you never know. You never know what that person is going through, and you never know how much a simple, hey, thinking about you, hey, hope you're doing well, hey, just wanted to say, I love you. That's it. It means so much to people like me who are going through things. And when this time of year hits, it is echoed how much we have lost, by reflecting on all that has happened in the past few years. So just give everyone a little bit more grace this holiday season, a little bit more love this holiday season. And even if you have reach out again. Even if they don't answer, that's okay. Sometimes, they can't answer back, because of everything that they're going through. But believe me when I tell you, it means a lot. It means a lot to those who are going through it to hear from you, just to say, hey, I'm thinking about you and I love you. All right. All right. That's my public service announcement for today. Hey, Feminine Melanin. Welcome. Welcome in. Thank you, sis. I appreciate that. I really, truly do. Yeah, it's a rough time of year, but you know what? We're here, right? And I know that little birdie right there behind me, she would be like, Mom, keep going, Mom. You got this, Mom. And so with that, I'm going to keep going because I got this. I got this. All right. So on Monday, we McGrath. And for this Monday, I was like, I miss this palette so much. I have it in my collection, but it's hard for me to use it because not everybody has it and it's discontinued. But when I think of holiday palettes, yes, I think about her lacquer or pan quads, or some of her newer stuff. But that one that started it all for me, that made me even more in love with her, is when she did that very first mega palette. Now, granted, half of the palette was re-repeats from Star Wars, but not everyone got the Star Wars palette. I did, because I hunted that junk down, but not everyone had it. So when this came out, I was like, yay, people who don't or didn't have access to it now have access to it. And for people like me who does have access to it and who loves those colors, I was like, wait, now I have them all in one place. So I don't have to pull out the different palettes to get the colors that I want. They're all right there for me. So I said, you know what, for this day's palette playback for this Monday, I said, we're going to reach back and we're going to get to the very first mega that started our Mega Love Fest. And that is this baby right here, Mothership Mega Celestial Divinity. Now listen, like I said, half of these were shades from her 2 Star Wars. So those would be, I believe, these over here. Yes, these over here were those from her. Sorry, hang on. Yes, these over here. Sorry, these over here were those from Star Wars. I had to look again, like, wait a minute. So these were from Star Wars. These are some re-repeats and some new shades. But I'm going to tell you this. When this came out, people lost their minds for this palette. The reason why I stuck my little finger in there, so forgive me. The reason why people lost their minds when this palette came out is because, one, we had never seen her do a mothership like this, right? The packaging is new. We've never seen this kind of packaging from her. We've never seen her put like a sticker on the back of her palette with all of the names. Never seen that. And we've never seen a layout quite like this in terms of shimmer shades and matte shades, all in this kind of arrangement. And when you think about this arrangement, this is a very warm toned palette, which is not unusual for Mother Pat. But the way that she organized this, I thought was brilliant, because you have bold colors, you have shimmers, you have things that if you wanted to just be very subtle with your makeup application, you can do it with this. If you wanted something daytime friendly, you can use this palette and get something daytime friendly. If you want to be out there and get bold with it, this is a palette for you. And so I love this palette because the versatility here is just amazing. It really harkens back to kind of when she first started, and she used to do those little kits. And the reason why I loved the kits was because it allowed you to play. It allowed you to play with different colors and different shimmers and different textures on your eyes to create whatever it is that you want. And that's what I love about this palette, because it's like playtime is just here for you. And like I said, the colors are so vivid and so bold and so in your face that you can't help but love this. So Feminine Melon says, yes, that's true. And I love this palette. Yeah, I love this palette. This is one of my favorites from her. Granted, yes, repeats. We all talked about that, but it's still a solid palette. So we're going to play with this, but you know how we do. Before we play, we've got to, put our face on, meaning we have to put some primer on. We have to put some foundation on. So while I'm doing that, let's just, play some music. All right, we're going to start off. Let me shake my foundation.
BrownGirlBella.
Foundation first. No, the product. I love it. So much. Product. on. Let's look for that foundation. We're using medium deep number 23. I have 23, 21, and I have 4.
BrownGirlBella.
Exactly. Yep. And I got one for free, and that was also not very good. Oh, one of mine used to do that too. That's why I do it on the brush now. And then I apply it. Because mine used to do that too. Work everywhere and have like foundation all over my hands. 23 is my super shade, and I'm not quite there yet. So that's why I'm looking a little white. Little extra light skinned. Hang on a second. Let me turn it down. So you can hear me better now? Okay. Can you hear me better now? How's that? Is that better? So 23 is my winter shade, and what I was thinking, I'm not quite there yet. So I'm gonna have to put bronzer on top of it. You can't see it here, but I'm looking at the mirror, and I'm like, extra light in here. So we're gonna put some bronzer on and warm up the skin a little bit. How's that? Is that better? Still a bit loud? Okay. Hang on, let's just turn it off. We're gonna just turn it off. It was too loud. Good to know though. Thank you. All right. So what I was saying before, I don't know if you guys can hear me or not, but 23, medium deep 23, which is what I'm using, is a little bit light for me right now because I'm not quite there. And my skin, although, you know, it is in the medium deep family, it's not quite there yet. So I'm going to have to bronze up my skin a little bit more than usual to kind of make that up. I don't know if you can see it from where you are, but like I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like, oh, I look a little casket ready. Let me warm up this skin a little bit. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the balance of the music versus my voice. But in any case, we can talk and I can do my makeup. So we were talking yesterday for Sunday Sips yesterday about being fatigued over the holidays, how being holiday fatigue. And I definitely have holiday fatigue. I feel like with all of the sales going on and all the different things, and it seems like every 5 minutes I'm getting bombarded with an email or a text message or something of the like, just saying, you know, there's a sale on this and there's a sale on that, and act now for this sale and act now for that sale. And I'm just like, I'm over it. I don't even really buy that much during the holidays because let's face it, I treat myself well throughout the year. So by the time the holidays roll around, I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Like I need nothing else. So the only things that I usually buy during the holidays is anything for like my man or the stuff that I open up for you all during Bellamas. And so yesterday I was telling you all that I did get one of the advent calendars in. So I have that one. And then I just got the second advent calendar in. And then I got a note, which was really quite nice from our friends at YSL, Yves Saint Laurent, saying that I can get one of their advent calendars. And so I'm like super excited because I had my eye on it, but I was like, yeah, no, this is a little steep. I can't swing that. I'm trying to like decorate my house and do some things. And I'm like, no, I can't do that right now. But it was lovely that they sent me a note saying that they would send it to me. So now we're gonna have, babes, we're gonna have an Yves Saint Laurent holiday advent calendar to open up. I don't know when they're sending it. They'll probably send it maybe next week or so. I just got the email today, so I'm thinking maybe they'll send it by next week. So it won't be here for the first, but whenever it comes, babes, we're gonna start from that day and work backwards to the first day so that we can open them all up and be in sync with the other two advent calendars. But I'm super excited. I hope you are too, babes. I hope you are too. So we're gonna go on now with Pat McGrath's Intensifies Longwear Primer. I'm going to tell you, I did not think I was going to like this primer because here's the reason. I thought when I first tried it, I was like, this is too slick. This is too like it's all over the place. I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to like this. And then as I tried it, I fell in love. And now I think I'm almost done, but when we talk about luxe products, this product is luxe. This product is weighty. It feels luxe in your hand. And I've had it for about 3 months now. And I think it's just now starting to come to like the end of its time with me. But I love it. I love it. Yeah, holiday. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you for telling me I'm not the only one. Because I was like, this is too much. Like, am I getting to that age where I'm like, oh my God, this is overwhelming, blah, blah, blah. And I thought maybe some of it would have been like just me having anxiety over the holidays anyway, which may very well still be the case. But I feel like everyone is just being very aggressive with their like holiday sales, and I just feel like they're being very aggressive. And that is turning me off. Quite frankly, it's turning me off. All right, so this is Mother Pat's concealer. This is M21. So this is going to be a light skin too. However, I love the coverage on this. I absolutely love the coverage on her concealers. They're very creamy and they're very emollient. And when I put the powder on top of it, it's going to even everything out. But yeah, it's going to look a little Instagram model light skin for a moment until we tone it down. Hey, Ray of Sunshine. Yeah, that primer is very luxe. It is very luxe. I love that primer. I absolutely love it. So it's definitely one of those that's going to be on my list of 2023 products that I love. Yeah, I'm very satisfied with it. Hey Ray, how are you? So, yeah, so we talked about being holiday fatigue. We talked about all these holiday sales. We talked about YSL. I'm so excited. YSL is sending me their advent calendar. Um, Although the cynical of me is saying I probably am getting it because it didn't do so well. Because I remember they were one of those that were screaming at us like, get the advent calendar now, it's on sale now, get it now. And I feel like people were like, yeah, no, I'm not spending that kind of money for a YSL advent calendar. And then they dropped the price. Actually, they dropped the price. And then I got that email. So I'm like, oh, they're giving some away to influencers. And I did a couple of things for them already. Like I did their one shot foaming cleanser, which is amazing, by the way. And it's $30. But I'm going to tell you, if I had to spend $30 for this product, I absolutely would. Here's why. It is the only product that when I say you only need a tiny bit, a tiny bit, not even a dime size, I would say less than a dime size because it foams up so well. I'm actually going to do, because it's part of my nighttime routine. So I'm actually going to do for Bella Miss my nighttime routine. I know I owed you guys that for the longest time, but I'm actually going to do it during Bella Miss because I want you to see this doggone cleanser. When I tell you, I put like a little bit of cleanser on my hand and I rubbed it together and then I stuck my hand under the warm water and it started to foam up. I was like, "Oh my God, did I use too much?" It was everywhere. Like I got such a good, clean um cleansing, like a really good, you know how when you get those good cleansing so much that you're just like, oh, I'm just like squeaky clean, like almost squeaky clean. I was done for. I was a goner. I said, you know what? We gonna buy this cleanser. When it's all said and done, we're gonna buy this cleanser because if you only use that amount, and the bottle is big, the bottle is a good size. If you only use a dime size, you're going to get more than your money's worth because that product is going to last you about a year using only a tiny bit. And you get a good cleanse from it. It's not like, you are feeling like because you're using less product, you're going to get less efficacy. You don't. You more than get your money's worth for just a little dime size. So I was like, okay, guess who's going to grab that when it's all said and done? And what I loved about it also is that it's not, that was the under eye powder. This one is in the shade medium. I have yellow and I have medium. And I used medium today because, we had to take that brightness down a little bit. Yikes. Look a little light skinned. But you get so much product from it. I'm floored. I love it. So I guess I'm in their like database because they sent me that. So now they're sending me the advent calendar. So please, babes, you know, I know you guys got a lot to do this holiday season and, a lot of running around and stuff. But when I put up these videos, please watch because that's how we're getting the attention of these brands. And tell a friend to come on in and watch too and comment and let me know how you like these products, because that's the only way I'm going to know like what to bring you, what not to bring you, what things you like, what things you don't like, is if you communicate with me. And as I say all the time, as I grow on this channel and as we grow together and I get exposed to more things, I'm going to expose you all to more things as well. So we're in this together, whether you like it or not. We are match set. They take me, they take y'all. That's just how it goes down, okay? There's no Bella without the babes. And y'all are the babes. So kudos to us for getting the attention of YSL. Because now we in there, babes. We are in there. We're in the database. We in the family. We in the YSL family. And then I went to Nordstrom's recently because one of my sorority sisters was looking for a new foundation. So she was like, I'm taking you with me because you're BrownGirlBella, so you can figure out the foundation. And so I told her, I said, test me. I'm going to pull out for you a couple of foundations that I think you would be good for. And I want to see if this makeup artist will pull out the same shades. So I don't know if she heard me, but she pulled up the first shade she pulled out was the shade that I told my sorority sister. I said, this is going to be your shade. And that's the first one she matched it with. And bam, she took it. So I don't know who was good in that aspect, whether it was her or whether it was me. I'm going to say it was me. I'm going to take credit for it. But she ended up with a what did she get? Charlotte Tilbury. She got the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation, which is one that I have as well. I have it in shade number 14, I believe. Yeah. I don't think I have it in here. I think it's in over there on that side. But I think I have shade number either 13 or 14, and she has shade number 11 because she's lighter than I am. All right. We're also going to go into Mother's Cheek palette that she did for the holidays as well. And she gave us a couple of blushes. And then this is Nude Nectar, which is a highlighter. So I'm going to take a combination of these two, and we're going to use that on my cheeks. I like combining my cheek products now because I'm really into like these bespoke looks. And bespoke looks for beauty is really about combining maybe two tones that are complementary to each other and coming up with something unique to your skin tone. And I think this is very pretty, right? The two that I used were Electric Bloom and Nude Nectar. So these two right here at the bottom. And I really love the look. I love the look. All right, we're going to use that same brush wiped off. I'm just going to tap it a little bit to put on our highlight. And I'm just going to be like really haphazard with it because I don't want like an exact placement of highlighter. I just want it to look glowy on the skin. Almost like the blush has a little bit of glow to it. So that's what we're doing. Boom. All right. Now it's time for the star of the show, right? It's time for the palette. So I did get the Sonia G brushes that she just recently came out with the fundamental set. Hopefully you all watched as I reviewed them. I'm crossing my fingers because I did get on her radar and she did ask me a question about her brushes and I answered her. I I don't know. I don't know if she's going to send me anything or if she was just making conversation or whatever. I dare to dream. I dare to dream. But if it does go down, babes, you know I'm going to tell you. You know I'm going to tell you if it goes down. How Jay-Z said it. And if it goes down, y'all, that's my heart. I love me some Sonia G brushes. Y'all know this. So I don't know where I want to go with this. I mean, part of me wants to do a little purple moment. Part of me wants to do a little deep burgundy moment. There's so many places I can go. I'm going to start with this color though, which is Venetian Orchid. And we're going to put that all over the eye using this beautiful brush called the Worker M by Miss Sonia G. And this is going to give us like a nice dusty rose color, which then we can play around with deepening it up with maybe a burgundy or a deeper mauve color. Like we can go a lot of different places with this color. And I love this brush already. It makes short work of your eyeshadow. Like, as you can see, I'm dusting it across the eye and then I'm turning it on its side to just get into the crease. And look, it gives me such a great blend. It's even, there's no skipping at all. And you can add more if you want. You know, I'm extra sometimes, so I like to add more color on, especially when I'm layering different colors. I like to get a nice thick base of color on and then build upon that. You know, partly because I have hooded eyes, you really need to like work with what you got and deepen up that crease as well as above the crease, because as your eye opens, that fold is gone. So all that real estate is gone. So you really have to work that crease and above to see all of the work that you put in. All right. I'm going to wipe that color off. We're going to go into this kind of brown, almost terracotta shade. We're going to focus that right in the back half of the eye, patting it in first and then building it out onto the crease. And I love this brush because you can work within a smaller space, bring your fingers all the way down, or you can be lighter with the application and bring it all the way down to the end of your brush to soften the look. Love it. You know, Mother Pat and her matte formulas are some of the best formulas out there. She's in my top 5 as always because of just the blend that you get with these shadows. It's like all of the work is already done for you in the color and in the tool. If you have a good tool, a good brush, and you have a good product, a good eyeshadow product, everything else is just gravy. Because you will find that as you are doing your look, everything just blends beautifully when you have the right accoutrements. Which is another reason why I invest in my brushes. One, because natural hair brushes will last you a long time. They're very easy to care for. You can just wipe them off with a microfiber towel. And if you want to do a deep cleanse, I would recommend deep cleaning it maybe once a month or once every other month. In between that, I like to use my spray, and I don't know where. Oh, here it is. The spray that I use is by Sephora. It's called Refresh. And I've been using that for years to clean my brushes. And what I do is I place it in my little holder that I have from Refer. They had this vanity system. So I have all of the ones except for A. I guess they ran out of doing that. So I don't have that anymore. Well, I never had it because they ran out of it. But I have all of the other pieces, and what I love about it is that it fits together magnetically. So everything has like its place. So all my pencils have a place, my palettes have a place, and I kind of stack them up with the dividers so that every day I'm using a different palette and all of my days are like lined up. My mirrors are behind that. So that's the last kind of divider, and then all of my brushes that I'm currently rotating, they're in a spot. Lipsticks that I want to use are all in a spot. So I have everything kind of at my fingertips. And then for everything else, I use my little handy dandy basket that's like the catch-all for everything else. So for me, organization is key because that keeps me kind of focused on what I'm trying to bring to you all and not having to fuddle around with everything. So we're going to now go into, I really want to use this color right here, but this is a color that I've used a lot. This color is called, no, that's Corruption, Galactico, Dragonfly. So this is Dragonfly. It is a, look, it is a beautiful, beautiful color. It gives you like a greenish magenta flip that is so pretty. And I love to just use my finger and pat it. And then I'll go in with my brush to kind of refine the placement. But everyone, let's just marvel at the majesty, the pageantry, the sheer genius that is Pat McGrath. There's a reason why other beauty influencers, makeup enthusiasts, makeup artists, whatever, they all love this palette because it just works. It just takes all of the guesswork out of what you need to have for the holidays. All of the basic colors that you need. If you're wearing black, you can use this palette. Red, you can use this palette. Green, you can use this palette. Gold, you can use this palette. Whatever colors you want to use for the holidays, you can use this palette and get a look that is fantastic. And so this is one of my favorite looks to do from this palette because it's just a beautiful color combination. And then you add this beautiful shimmer on top, and you have something that takes you from day to night. From day to night. It is exquisite, exquisite. Now from here, I would take a Pat McGrath pencil. Let's see what I have. I have quite a few Pat McGrath pencils. I wanted to try to find like a brownish one. Oh, look what I found first. It's the, here we go. What I found first was the black kohl pencil, but I'm like, that might be too severe for this look. This is perfect. This is the black brown, which looks like I need to get another one because she's going down. She's going down. But what I love about this is perfect for those who have a day job, who want to be a little bit more conservative, but they want to wear eyeliner, because it is like a perfect marriage of a cocoa brown and a black. And so here's how I like to use it. Like the tight line, the top of my eye. So we're wiggling it right in between the lashes. This also helps, babes, if you have sparse lashes, like your lashes aren't really growing, but you want it to appear like they're very full and very thick. This is a very good technique to use because you're essentially darkening the places where your lashes are sparse and making them look like they are thicker than they are. Voila. And so I love to do that for the upper lashes. And then, of course, for the lower lashes, we're just going to line as normal. And that's it. So it gives you a little smoky eye look without being too severe for the daytime. This is a perfect color for those, like I said, who are going out to work, but they want to wear eyeliner, but they don't want to wear a black, and the brown might be a little too brown, too ashy. This is like the perfect marriage because it is warm from the brown and it's still deep from the black. Excellent, excellent. I'm going to follow that up with Mother's Dark Star Mascara. And we're just going to fluff these lashes up a little bit. For my babes who are paid members of my channel, I do this thing on Fridays called Freebie Friday. And one of the Freebie Fridays that I had was this 𝕊𝕦𝕒𝕟𝕒𝕟𝕜, which is a growth serum for your eyelashes. And I've been using quite a few different ones. This is the first one and the first time that I've noticed a remarkable difference with using 𝕊𝕒𝕟𝕒𝕟𝕜. So kudos to 𝕊𝕒𝕟𝕒𝕟𝕜 because they're the real G's. I said, I am definitely grabbing this. And the bottle that I have has like a little applicator. So you put it on every night, one stroke across your lashes, go to sleep, wake up, wash your face, do all the normal things. And then you put another coat in the morning. And I've been doing that consistently for the past, I'd say 6 to 8 weeks. And guys, look at my lashes. That's just one coat of mascara. And I'm getting such a lift on my lashes. Look at that. I am very pleased. Because that's one thing, like, I like to wear lashes, but I like to wear my normal lashes, especially when I'm like at work. I don't want to wear false eyelashes to work all the time. Once in a while is fine if you're like going somewhere afterwards and you want to look, really put together. It's fine. But for everyday look, you don't need that. Funny thing happened. I was at work one day and I was on my way walking to the bathroom. And I happened to look down and someone's false eyelash had fell off in our, because we're in a WeWork space. So it's an open area. And so I looked down and the lash was stuck onto my boot. And I was like, wait a minute, who lost their eyelash and why is it stuck to my boot? So ever since then, I've been like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna be the one caught out there with false eyelashes that fall onto somebody's boot. Like that's not gonna be my life. Yes, yes. Exactly. Like who wants to be that chick? This is Deep Void, Pat McGrath lip liner. So yeah, so I was like, yeah, no, that's not gonna be my ministry. Getting caught out there with one eyelash. That's not what's up. So we're gonna finish off the look with Mother's Satin Allure lipstick, and this is in the shade Infatuation. Here you go. And voila, we have a finished look using Pat McGrath's products. Um, Lost lash, indeed. Feminine Melon says, laugh out loud, listen. I had on magnetic lashes, and I guess when I brushed my hand, I snatched one off without looking, without knowing. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. When my cousin asked me where it was, I was like, wait, it came off? No, I did, child. It's magnetic. They don't do that. But then when I went to clean the hair out of the brush a few minutes later, I saw the lash. I was like, God, I gotta remember not to do that. Yeah, yeah. Even though they're magnetic, they still come off. They still come off. So, and quite easily, which is why I don't really fool with the magnetic. I'd rather use the lash glue because this way I can control how much glue I put on, um, how tacky it is. Like I can control it better when it's a strip lash with glue. With the magnetics, I'm never quite sure like how strong the magnets are, how much, to put on it. I'm never quite sure. So I'm always shy on using it for extended periods of time. If I'm doing something quick, like I'm going out and it's going to be 2 hours, 3 hours tops, I'll use a magnetic lash. But on the whole, I'd rather use a strip lash. I'd rather use it. Uh, yeah, to actually tug. Oh, to get it off? Yeah, maybe I'm not using the right magnetic glue or something because mine come off quite easily. Quite easily. What am I using? I use the Glamnetics. So I believe they have 3 magnets, and then they have the ones on the side that you pinch to like close them in. When I did the demo for it, They were fine. When I used them after that, they were fine. But I think after like 3 or 4 times, they stopped losing their effect because either the glue is not good anymore or the lashes are not good. I don't know which one, but they just do not stick after like the 3rd try. They do not stick as well as they do. Your 5 magnet and full magnet strip don't give me any problems. I got rid of the 3 magnet. Okay. All right. Well, maybe that's it. Maybe I'll try a 5 magnet or a full magnet strip and see what that gets me. All right, now it's time for the swatch party, babies. So we just finished this look. And now I wanted to share with you all of the colors from this magnificent palette. I tell you, I love this palette very, very much. Very, very much. All right, so starting from this side, this is Saturnella or Saturnella. Then we have Bronze Nebula, and these are from Star Wars. Bronze Nebula. Then we have Major Mahogany, and that's the one that I use to deepen up this look. We have Lunar Champagne. All right, so we're going to do those 4 first. Yes. Look at that, babes. That can almost be a look in itself, just those 4. Oh, yeah. I clean the magnetic liquid off the magnets. Yep. I wiped them off. I wiped them down. Made sure there was no liquid on the magnets. I don't know. All right, so those were the first 4. Now let's do the purple, which is Violet Void and Gold Standard. And Gold Standard is in her Mothership number 4. So this was a repeat. This was a repeat shade. So this is Violet Void. Beautiful. And then Gold Standard. And Gold Standard is also as a single as well. If you wanted to just get one of her singles, she has that as well. All right, next row. Let's wipe off the fingers. Have my little microfiber towel so I can wipe them off pretty easily. All right, we're going to the second row. I'm going to start on this side. And I'm sorry, on this side. So this is Venomous Void. This one is Odyssey. This is another one that I love. Odyssey. This is Fuchsia Shock. Love that one too. And then this is Mega Bite. Not to be confused with Gigabyte from Mothership number 3, one of my all-time favorite motherships. All right, so let's swatch these. Yes, honey. Let me tell you something. Don't sleep on Mother in these shades, honey. If you have this palette, you better go and get it. You better go and get it. Have crappy magnet liquid. Yeah. Yes. They do. They do. They do. Listen. This palette was the truth. It was the truth, honey. All right, last 2 shades here are Bronze, Bronze, and Electron. bronze, and electron. Electron is another one that I loved. Oh, the balloons. Thank you. Thank you, babes. This is the bronze, and this is electron. So those are the first two rows. Man, yikes. All right, we're going to do the other arm, and same side. We're going to start here. And that is corruption. Oh, sorry. Wrong side. Oh, no, right side. Sorry. That was the right side. Corruption. Corruption. Galactic gold. Venetian orchid, which is what I used all over the eye on the lid. And then this one is dragonfly, and that's what I used, my first color. So this one was, this one is dragonfly. This one is Venetian orchid. All right, so let's go. Look at that. I'm telling you, these are fantastic. All right, let's finish off this row. This one is, oh, this was smoke amethyst. I'm sorry, guys. I'm all messed up. This is smoke amethyst. I was like, why is that galactic gold? That looks dark. But this is smoke amethyst. This is galactic gold. And then the last one is corruption. All right, so now we're cooking with grease. All right, so this is the gold, and this is corruption. That would have been nice too to use for this eye look. I'm gonna have to do it again and actually include this color maybe in the back half, and then layer over, it was a dragonfly. But these are all of the colors from Pat McGrath's MEGA Mothership, and it was Celestial Divinity. So now I have the two other palettes under the MEGA, and me, like a lot of other people, we were all kind of pissy that we didn't get a MEGA Mothership this time around. I feel like that would have been perfect. Like, even if she included all of the eyeshadow shades from the two palettes that she did do in one MEGA, that would have been enough for me. That would have been enough for me. I feel like these gave us portability. So if you wanted to do your makeup at work for your after work party or what have you, it's portable enough so that you don't feel like it's going to jostle around and break. And it also, like I said, gives you a lot of different options. No matter what color you're wearing, you can find something in this palette to utilize. I mean, I think it's this. Hi, Venus November. Welcome in. Hi, gorgeous. How are you? And Tay, hey, Tay Eats. How are you, darling? Welcome in. Welcome in. All right, babe. So that was it. This is the finished look. I love it. I think that if you have this palette, break it out again, use it again. I'm going to do this look a day with this palette starting today. So today's look. And then all this week, I'm going to utilize this palette and create different looks every day. I'm going to try to remember to post them on Instagram, because what happens is I'm doing the look And by the time I get home, I'm like, let me wipe off everything. And then I forget to take a picture. So I'm going to try to take a picture every day this week so I can post it on my Instagram. If you are following me on Instagram, it is BrownGirlBella on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, why not follow me on Instagram? If you got this far in the video, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget that. And share this out to your friends, to the post, to all you knows, and just tell them, hey, check out this girl called BrownGirlBella. She does her makeup and she gives you some commentary, and she helps you out and you help her out, because if I'm doing makeup, I have no time to be sad, and it's therapy for me. So you're all like my free therapists. You're all my free therapy. So I thank you for that. I thank you for that. And my wallet thanks you for that, because it's like, hey, there's a lot of money to go to therapy. Why don't you just jump on Instagram or YouTube and talk to these people for a little bit? That makes you feel good. Go ahead, go do that. That's what my wallet says. Go ahead, go get on YouTube, do a YouTube video. That always helps you out. Go ahead. All right. So for next week, I did want to dive into the other two megas before we start on her quads. I believe this one is next. And then we have this one, which was her last big MEGA Mothership palette, unfortunately. And then she started doing more of the quads. So we'll go back into the quads. And I have every quad except for the very first holiday palette that she did, which I think was in 2009, maybe. I'm trying to think. I think it was in like 2009 or 2015, one of those. In any case, I don't have them. There were three, and they were in the theme of her motherships because they had the same packaging. And I don't know what was going on in my life that I didn't have that, but those are the only things that I don't have every single thing of. And in this last collection, I did not buy all of the collection. I only bought one of the quints. So, oh, actually, sorry, scratch that. I did get a second quint. It just hasn't come yet. So I got two of the quints, and I got one of the bigger ones. And the one that I got, you know why? Because it's got all these beautiful greens in it. So I did get this one. The other one appeals to me too, but after getting this one and then having FOMO, because I was like, not really FOMO. What I actually had was like, why did I get this? Like the total opposite of FOMO. I was like, why did I get this? Buyer's remorse. That's the words I was looking for. I got buyer's remorse getting this. And something said, well, you know what? You have it now. Play with it a little bit. See how you like it. And so I played with it. And I started to like it a lot more once I started diving into the colors. This color right here is gorgeous, absolutely stunning. And I did not think that I was going to like, I knew I was going to like this color. I knew going in, this was going to be it for me because it reminds me of like the Emerald Bliss kind of color. So I knew I was going to like that. And I knew I was going to like this color because who doesn't love a sparkly duochrome flip here? Who doesn't love that? Actually, we can put a little bit. Oh, please. This just in. BrownGirlBella has a idea. We're going to pop that right in the inner corner. Give it a little pop there. See, this is what happens when you start pulling out palettes. You want to play. Look at the sparkle. Look at the sparkle in that. Oh, look at what we did there. Look, babes. See? Just when you thought we were all done, here comes Bella with her brilliant ideas to add an inner corner highlight. But look how it just like popped that eye look. I love it. So we're going to play with that too. I think as we get towards Bellamas, part of Bellamas might be playing with a palette as I'm doing my vlogs. Because I'm trying to get through all of my holiday palettes throughout this holiday season. So every day I wanted to play with a different palette. So I'm going to play with this one all this week, but starting Saturday, yeah, because I think Saturday is the first day of December. Oh my God, can you believe it's December already? Oh my gosh. No, I'm sorry. Friday is the first day of December, not Saturday. Saturday is the second day. So Friday is December 1st because it's 30 days. Has September, April, June, and November. All the rest have 31 except for February, which has only 28. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that poem? That's how you remember how many days are in the month. Who has this anymore? I don't think these kids have that kind of stuff anymore. They don't do those kind of sayings or whatever. I miss those days. All right, so we're going to play with these. Next Monday, we're going to do this one. And then the following Monday, we'll do this one. And then starting Friday, I'm going to do a palette a day because I'm trying to get through all of these holiday palettes. And not just Pat McGrath. Like I have a holiday palette from Charlotte Tilbury. I have holiday palettes from Viseart. I have Natasha Denona kind of holiday-ish palettes. They're not really denoted as a holiday palette. It's not really said this is a holiday palette, but the colors in it make you want to play with it for the holidays. So between those motherships, the quad motherships, the new quints, we got a lot to play with, babes. We got a lot for the next 31 days to play with. I have enough for a palette a day. And with that, and with the advent calendars, and with peeks into the day in the life, because y'all said y'all wanted to see this, so I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you what a day in the life of Brown Girl Bella really is. So we're gonna do all of that, and we're gonna have some chit chat time. We're gonna play with Dream together. I'm gonna show you some things. Some new toys that I'm going to get her for the holidays. I'm trying to find like a little pajama because she's smaller than Brooklyn was. So it's not like I can give her all of Brooklyn's hand-me-downs because she's too small. So I have to get her almost like a Chihuahua size because she's that tiny. So even the smalls and the extra smalls that I had from Brooklyn, Dream can't fit those. So she needs a extra small. So I'm trying to find her at least, some pajamas that are just hers because she can't wear Brooklyn's hand-me-downs, which is why she only wears like bows. Like usually, around this time I'm like dressing her up and all this stuff like I used to do Brooklyn. I can't because she has no clothes. The clothes don't fit her. They fall off. And even like the jackets and stuff, because I didn't get her a new jacket. She's wearing Brooklyn's old jackets. I have to put like her harness on top of it, or else she'll fall right out of that too. So sorry to say, but Dream's got the short end of the stick, I think. She truly was the runt of the litter. She is tiny, tiny, tiny. And now that she is a year old, that's the size she's going to be. So it's not like she's going to get any bigger. So we're going to have to figure out what to do with her in terms of clothing, because she's limited in her options. She's limited right now in her options. So we're going to, do that. And I'm going to take you along with me to see, what we can find to put on Miss Dream. Because I want to dress her up for the holidays. I want her to have a little, nice little dress to wear for the holidays. Not like, we're going anywhere special, but, it always is a nice thing to do. I did not get her own advent calendar for obvious reasons. I'm a little shell shocked from last year getting Brooklyn her advent calendar and then her passing away. So I'm a little shell shocked by that. So I'm not getting an advent calendar for Dream. But we will be able to open up advent calendars for us, right? And we'll toast the holidays and do all that fun stuff. Plus, babes, I'm debating whether or not I should get a Christmas tree. And I'm actually thinking I might put a poll up to ask you all, should I put up a Christmas tree this year or not? A part of me wants to do it just because, you know what? I'm stuck in a rut. I feel not the greatest a lot of times. And I think maybe that might help me get into the holiday spirit if I do get a tree, get all their accoutrements. I have like these big ceilings, so I can do a big tree now. It might help get me out of this feeling that I have. So I'm thinking about it. And I think I might want to do a poll with you all to see if that is something that you think that I should do. So don't be surprised if you see that. All that to say, don't be surprised if you see that come up on my community tab. You think Bella should get a tree? Yes or no? I do want to get some wreaths for my door. So I am going to take you all along with me on that because I don't know what to get. I don't know what to get. I have a vision in my head of the wreath that I want. And sometimes that vision in my head does not always compute to what I actually get, because then I get there and realize nobody has what I envisioned in my head. So now I have to redo what I thought I wanted. So I'm going to take you with me. We're going to look at some wreaths. We're going to look at some trees. We're going to look at some Christmas ornaments and all that good stuff and see if this is something that I really want to do. I'm burning the diptyque candle, which is a travel size candle. But I'm going to tell you, this little candle right here, the throw on this little candle is phenomenal. It is so good. It is not overpowering. So it's not, and it's small. So it's not going to like fill the room. But if I leave out and I come in like this part where it's burning, you smell it and it's like, man, it conjures up feelings of holiday. It reminds me of like a wood burning fireplace, the throw when you smell like fresh wood being burned. It's so calming and relaxing, and it feels nice. It feels like a warm hug or a warm blanket. It just makes you get all fuzzy, warm and fuzzy, and feel like, oh my God, this is so cozy. And it really, brightens up the room too, makes the room smell amazing. So that also is kind of helping my mood a little bit today. When I burnt the candle, I was like, instantly that throw just like made me smile. I was like, wow, it smells so good in here. It really like makes me happy. So all that to say, I'm gonna need to get some more diptyque candles because these candles are phenomenal. They are so, so good. And I'm like, why am I late to the train? I feel like I'm not, though. I feel like I always knew diptyque candles were good, but they were hard to find. Like, they're not going to be in like every store. Like, they're in Nordstrom's. They're not in Bloomingdale's. Well, at least they're not in my Bloomingdale's. They might be in some, but they're not in mine. So they're in Nordstrom's. And I feel even Nordstrom's got a bigger selection now because now they're right next to Joe Malone, whereas before they had like a little small little kiosk. Now it's expanded. So I think more people are getting onto the diptyque train too, because when I went in recently, they had a lot more selections. And now they have like a travel size candle, so you can try like multiple ones. And I think it had like either 6 or 7 travel size candles. I was going to get that too, but I was like, let me try this one first because this was free 99 because I had bought something else. And with that purchase, I got this and I got 2 sprays that I'm going to show you one of them because this perfume, I wear it now to work. It's called Du Son. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I don't know what the fragrance profile of this is. I might have to look it up while we're all on here. But it is, what is this? 0.34 fluid ounce, 10 milliliters. Just enough to like put in your purse, freshen up throughout the day. It has such a fresh, clean, even scent to it. It reminds me of, you remember ever going to like those high-end department stores and, you know, the ladies would pass by with the very expensive purses and the very expensive dogs and what have you. This is what they would smell like in my mind. Like this is the perfume that they probably would wear. It smells like a rich shit. Okay? It really does. So I'm gonna look up the notes really, really quickly because I feel like these are all notes that you and I would love. Du Son. Oh, and it's limited edition, so I really have to get this. I didn't realize it was limited edition. Wow. Okay, so let me tell you the notes. Now I know why I love it. Okay, so here are the notes. The notes in this, and it's an eau de parfum, tuberose, orange blossom. And that's why I'm smiling because some of the scents that I have really been loving lately all have orange blossom in it. So, for example, the Can't Stop Loving You by Kilian, orange blossom. So that's why I had to smile when I saw that because I'm like, okay, now I get why I love this so much. So tuberose, orange blossom, jasmine, which gives it nice floral note to it as well. And then the last is amberwood. Now, I'm going to tell you the standout notes here are the jasmine and the orange blossom for sure. But as I'm smelling this, I do smell the tuberose. It's like a sexy flower. If I could describe it to you all, it's like having a sexy flower. It's like having a flower. It's not really like a rose flower. It's not like that. It's like almost like what are those flowers that I used to love? The lilies of the valley, like something like that, like very delicate, has a very sensual look to it. The stem, the flower, everything is like really sensual and sexy looking. That's what this fragrance reminds me of. Sensual, rich woman that comes in and owns the place. You smell her and you're like, oh yeah, she's a boss. Like, I don't even have to question it. From the smell of her, she smell like she know what she doing. Okay, she smell like she is a boss of all bosses, and that's what I'm getting from this. This is Dew Sun, and it retails for a whopping $220. That's the other thing. I don't like no cheap fragrances. They all, are two and up. But I love this. I love this. So if you get a chance, if you buy anything from Nordstrom's and you get a chance to be around the perfume area, ask them for a sample. Because I think they have the smaller ones too, and you can try it for like a week and see if you like it. But like I said, I got that because I had bought something else, and I got that candle and I got this fragrance. And then I had gotten a set of those travel votives for a friend of mine. And the woman who helped me was the woman who used me as her muse because she works on the Yves Saint Laurent counter. And she was like, "Do you remember, like, you were my muse for?" And I was like, "Oh my God, yeah, I remember." Like, she had me sit down and she like did my makeup and she was talking to people, but she needed somebody in that moment. And I happened to be walking past and she was like, "Oh my God, would you mind sitting here while I do da da da?" And I was like, "Okay, yeah, sure, why not?" And so she made me up. And so for remembering me, she gave me a bag with like a bunch of different like samples. So I got a bunch of Yves Saint Laurent samples. I got the Diptyque samples. I got another one of these. So I have two of these. And then she gave me another fragrance, which also smells fantastic. And then she gave me like some lipstick. Like, she gave me a bunch of different things. I wonder if she was the catalyst for me getting on Yves Saint Laurent. Now that I'm thinking about it, because she asked me for my email and I gave her my email. I wonder if she sent that through for me. Oh my God. If she did, I the next time I go, I have to like support her and like get some things from her counter. Wow, I wonder if she did that. That would be so awesome if she did that, because it's just so random to me. Like, I know I did the Pure Shots, like I said, the cleanser. I just finished doing that. That's actually going up, um, I think on my Instagram first. Just like a picture and me holding it. It's not really going too much in depth. But I also am going to be filming using that cleanser because it's, like I said, part of my nighttime routine. But I wonder now if that's why I got on the radar. That's amazing. That's amazing. Wow. Like I said, babes, when I go up, you go up with me. So kudos to all of us for getting on Yves Saint Laurent's radar and getting some stuff and ending the year with a bang with a Yves Saint Laurent advent calendar that is valued at almost $1,000. Like, that's almost $1,000 box with all of the stuff that they have in there. And I'm just overwhelmed. I'm just so grateful. Um, and look for more stuff to come my way. Like I said, I've been a little, down in the dumps. I've been going out also a lot more, um, and just experiencing life, because you can't stay cooped up in the house for forever. And even though you feel sad and even though you're in a melancholy mood, you still have to get out there and just experience life, right? So I've been doing that, but I feel like I need to like sit down more with you and talk a little bit more with you all. So happy that Bella Miss is coming up because it's at a opportune moment where I can have that opportunity to sit down and talk to you all about everything that's going on the channel, seeing a slice of my life and seeing what's going on. and really just having an opportunity to dialogue more with you. Plus, as always, we're going to do the Bella Miss Awards, where I award who I think killed it this year in beauty. And it's not going to be a whole lot of categories like in previous years because, quite frankly, I didn't buy a whole lot of ish this year. I didn't buy a whole lot of new stuff. So the things that I'm going to award are things that I felt like were worth my money, were really, really worth my money. And so there might be multiple awardees in different categories. So I'm going to try to like make it into different categories so that I can award each section properly. And then for other things, like I feel like there have been all-time favorites that even though they didn't come out in this year, they're like the all-stars for 2023. So it's going to be in two categories. So the new products and then the all-stars. And so that's how we're going to break it up this year. So hopefully you'll enjoy that too. Like I said, I've got some real bangers here. We've actually done a lot of new products that really worked out for your girl. And like standout favorites for me, just to let you know, the ones that I'm thinking about. Remember Natasha Denona's Yucca palette? In case you forgot. This is her. This is her. When she came out with this year, I was like, shut the front door. Shut the front door. Natasha, what you doing here? What you doing with this here palette? I mean, this palette to me solidified my putting her as one of the top 5 in terms of like makeup formulas because of this. Like, sometimes, we be teasing her. We call her Natasha Denona because, sometimes she be doing the most and changing up her formula a little too much for us. But with this, it was consistent throughout. And like all of her other palettes, it's in a matrix form. So whatever way you want to go, if you want to go in quads, if you want to go across, if you want to go diagonal, upside down, wherever you want to go, it's going to be a look. And that's how she arranges her palette so that you can get a look no matter what things you apply it to. And even if you go like across and you use like maybe this with this or this with this, it's still going to be a look. So you don't have to use everything in that row or all 4 in a quad or even all 3 down down vertically. You don't have to, but if you want to, it's a look. It's a look. So I thought this was one of her most consistent palettes because every shade that you touched was fantastic. Fantastic. So that was one of the standouts for me this year. Of course, she's going to have a place here. Natasha Denona, Danessa Myricks. Oh, geez. Danessa Myricks, my apologies. This palette I used yesterday in a look. And I'm going to tell you right now, I had the hardest time taking this off at the end of the night. Not because of the shadows, but because I did not want to get rid of that look. I thought this palette for me was everything you've ever wanted in a holiday palette. You have the shimmers, you have these flaky chromes that just like reflect light and it brings new sparkle to your face. It literally lit up my whole face. Just that eye look. And I kept the rest of it neutral, much like I'm doing here. But I kept looking, like every time I passed like a mirror, I kept going, wow, every time I'm looking at it, it's catching something else. And I got a different color flip. Definitely going in my top palettes for this year. I mean, when I talk solid, consistent, um, payoff, like every single shade, pigmented, lasts a long time. I did not want to take it off yesterday. I did not want to take this makeup off yesterday. And that is testament to how great this palette is. So that is definitely going into my top five or top, however we do it, palettes. Trying to think if there's any other like standouts. Satiny lipsticks. We talked about this yesterday. I love the mechanism. We love a little mechanism moment here. But this color is a raspberry red that I think is perfection for the holidays. Perfection. You want to use it during the day, if you want to use it during the night, this is a perfect segue from day to night lipstick. And it's creamy, it's long lasting. But when you need to take it off at the end of the night, let's be clear, you don't have to use a whole lot of elbow grease to get it off. I just use my microfiber towel and boom, it's off. So I love that. I love that in my lipsticks. I don't want to have a lipstick stain after I've washed off my face. That to me says that you got too much going on, doing too much.com with your lipstick, that I still have lipstick stains even after I've scrubbed my face and am ready to turn it in for the night. So that to me was one of the standout lipsticks that kind of stuck in my head for 2023. And there's a lot of others. I did see a couple of standouts in my foundation, not necessarily new foundations, but like ones that have come out before, but in this year I've really been using a lot and really finding that, wow, I'm really loving. The more I use it, the more I love it. The more I've used these foundations, the more I loved it. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about that too during Bella Miss and the awardees under the foundation category. And same with concealer. Like I didn't use a whole lot of new concealer, but there have been some that were standout favorites in 2023. So we had a lot to talk about, I think. So I'm going to leave you here. Yeah, the more you use it, the more you love it, right? Okay, I'm glad you agree with me because I'm like, well, does anybody else feel that way? Yes. Bella Miss is coming back. Bella Miss is coming back against my better thoughts because I was like, I don't know if I want to do this because last Bella Miss didn't go so well for us. We lost Brooklyn in the midst of it all, and I was just like, I don't know if I want to do that again, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna find a way to honor Dream and Brooklyn because I didn't really say anything for Dream's 1 year birthday. We didn't really do anything, and with Brooklyn's 1 year heavenversary coming up, I didn't really start planning for that either, but I want to. I want to. And I think we all need that. Because she was my B Diddy, right? She was my co-star. In the same vein that Dream is, but to a lesser extent, because I don't really show Dream as much as I did Brooklyn. Brooklyn was just like, oh no, they gonna see me or hear me. I'm gonna either tweet this little collar and y'all gonna hear little bells, or or I'm gonna stick my face in here. I might not smile at y'all. I might not, be all up in the cameras like how Dream is now, but she definitely made her presence known, right? She definitely made her presence known. And then Melanin says, indeed. Yeah, she did. She did. She made her presence known. So we have to honor Miss Brooklyn, and we have to also honor Miss Dream because she's here, and she's feisty. She's a feisty one. And I thought in her now 1-year-old age she would mellow down. I don't think she's mellowing down anytime soon. I don't think so. I don't think she's got that memo to mellow. I think she's like, mellow what? Turn down for what? I'm always turned up, mom. I'm always gonna be turned up. So yeah, so we gotta do something for both of them to celebrate my two babies and celebrate us. It's been an incredible year. We worked on some incredible projects. We got some more things in the pipeline for this year. We're closing out with another bunch of new products and new brands that have now boarded the Bella Brigade. And, so we're going to talk about that too. It's a lot of stuff. All that to say, we got a lot of stuff for you. Keep it here where you got it. Oh, I love y'all all for watching. Let's close out with our song. And I'll see you guys here next time. All right. So let's go with the outro. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, if you Sunday Sip yesterday, you can still watch that too. If you missed this or you just coming in on the tail end, enjoying that replay gang, go and join that replay gang. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up, share it if you care. And I will see you back here on Thursday for another. What are we doing this week, you guys? What we're going to be doing? But it'll be naughty. Whatever we do, it'll be naughty. Yes, on Thursday. And who knows, we might even be talking about these celebrities again because you know there's some shenanigans in the news. So we'll talk about that too. And then in between that, I have some recorded videos we'll be posting up. And so you'll have a chance to use those. As always, thank you so much for your confidence and connection. You have now been verified. Take care and protect yourself.